The time is 6 o'clock.
Top stories, real voices.
Have arrived Lagos, according to authorities in Nigeria.
Tune in to Adamimogo 107.7 FM for a fresh perspective on news. Adamimogo 107.7 FM, the voice of the light.
A suspected bank robber leading officers.
The presidential candidate of the
News is always on the go, and we get the stories firsthand as they happen, where they happen. We bring the information to you undiluted, verified, accurate, balanced, and without bias. Told from a human angle perspective. We interview the actors and the experts. All facts laid bare. From Nigeria to the rest of the globe, we deliver the news on time and in time. This is News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti.
Good evening and welcome to News Express, a flagship bulletin covering national, state, politics, business, global, entertainment and sport news. In the news. Federal government shuts down over 13 million social media accounts for offensive content. PSC promotes 952 ASPs to DSPs, declines 179 cases. Governor Oyebanji promises wider infrastructure push in Ado-Ekiti as AWI urges patience with federal government. Details of these and other stories in a moment. I am Folawumi Olaniyan. The federal government has closed down about 13,597,057 social media accounts for offensive content and violations of the Code of Conduct practiced by users of social media platforms. In a statement signed today by the Director of Corporate Communications and Media Relations of National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, Adiza Umar, the government said a total of 58,909,112 offensive content were taken down from various platforms. Umaru commended Google, Microsoft and TikTok for their continued compliance with the Code of Practice for interactive computer service platforms. Also noted that 754,629 were registered complaints. The Code of Practice was issued jointly by the Nigerian Communication Commission, NCC, the NITDA and the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has declared that the re-election of President Bola Tinubu in 2027 general election is a done deal. Tunji-Ojo gave the assurance in Abuja while receiving a delegation of the grassroots movement for Tinubu GMT, led by its Director of Corporate Affairs, Bayowa Foresight, who presented a letter of appreciation from the group's National Director General, BC Yusuf. The minister, who cited the overwhelming grassroots support the president continues to enjoy across the country, particularly in Ondo State, reiterated his commitment to supporting grassroots mobilization and initiatives aimed at consolidating the achievements of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Now to security. The special advisor to the president on media and communication, Sunday Dare, has stated that Nigeria has made progress in addressing insecurity and is no longer a jeopardy zone. Speaking on national television today, Dare maintained that while challenges remain, security conditions have improved compared to previous years.
A few days, it's been a continuous one. We've had our security forces bring down and neutralize more than 1,300 such leaders over time. When it comes to security, it's a progression.
The special advisor, however, acknowledged reports from the National Human Rights Commission indicating spikes in killings and human rights violations, particularly against children, vigilantes, and the elderly.
When it comes to human rights, yes, right abuses do occur. Like a vast country with a huge population. And then you look at the size of our police force, because when it comes onto human rights, yes, right abuses do occur, like you find in other countries. Nigeria is no exception.
The presidential aide also asks that the root causes of crimes, such as poverty, unemployment, and communal clashes, be looked at. Similarly, the Kwara State Governor, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, has commended President Bola Tinubu and security agencies for the recent arrest of top leaders of terrorist groups in the country, calling it a strong indication of the efforts to rid Nigeria of terrorism. In a statement today, the governor said the arrest of the Ansari leaders attested to the extensive intelligence-driven counter-terrorism operations of the administration. Abdulrazak also expressed confidence that the arrest, along with other efforts at various levels across the country, will stamp out the criminal activities in the nation. Still on security, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has said the various challenges facing soldiers would be addressed squarely. Oluyede, who stated this today at the end of a 3-day visit to the headquarters of the Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt, noted that efforts are on to make life better for the soldiers and their families with the support of President Bola Tinubu. During the visit, the Army Chief commissioned a number of projects and interacted with critical stakeholders in the Niger Delta region, emphasizing that the welfare of the troops is necessary to keep them in a good frame of mind to discharge their assignments. Similarly, the Police Service Commission (PSC) has approved the promotion of 952 Assistant Superintendents of Police (ASPs) to the rank of Deputy Superintendents of Police (DSPs). The decisions were among the highlights of the first plenary meeting of the 6th PSC board held at its headquarters in Jabi, Abuja. The Commission, however, declined the promotion of 176 officers found to have retired and 3 others suspected to have died. PSC Chairman Ashimu Agungu congratulated the newly promoted officers but cautioned them to embrace nationalism and uphold the laws and regulations guiding the police service. Away from security now, Director of Information and Communication Technology (ICT) of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Bayode Lawrence, has said that eligible voters who pre-register during the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise cannot obtain the permanent voter card (PVC) outside the office of the Commission. Speaking in a televised interview today, Lawrence said that the PVC could not be issued after the pre-registration process because the biometrics of each eligible voter would have to be done physically at designated INEC offices. According to him, while applicants can fill and upload some of their information online, physical presence at the INEC registration centers remains mandatory to complete the process and ensure the authenticity of the voters' data.
For now, you can't sort everything at home because we still need to capture your biometrics. If you're able to capture your your fingerprint biometrics online, then there'll be no need for you to go to those centers. You'll just do everything at home and you'll be done. But we still need to capture your fingerprint and biometrics. So that is the essence for you to come to the center for your fingerprint biometrics to be captured.
The director, however, added that the Electoral Commission was working with the National Identity Management Commission (NIMC) to use data from the National Identification Card for future severe exercises. The Network for the Actualization of Social Growth and Viable Development, NEVGAD, has faulted the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, over its recent directive mandating passengers to switch off their mobile phones completely during takeoff and landing. Recall that the Director General of NCAA, Chris Najomo, yesterday announced that electronic devices must now be turned off entirely during flights, a move that effectively ends the long-standing practice of using flight mode. Reacting to the directives in a statement released today and signed by its country head of office, Akingunla Omoniyi, NEVGAD described the directive as a source of serious international embarrassment to Nigeria. The organization said the move by the NCAA is an attempt to cover up its regulatory ineptitude, which have created multiple embarrassments for the country in recent times. National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) has said that 3 bodies have so far been recovered from the boat accident in Sokoto State. Speaking on national television today, NEMA's head of Sokoto Operation Office, Aliyu Kafindangi, said that 25 people out of the over 50 passengers of the boat had been so far rescued, adding that the agency had concluded the search and rescue operation.
On Sunday, it was about 50 or over 50 passengers on board. Locally, for that very day, 25 persons were rescued alive. And then the following day, search and rescue continues. That is on Monday. We were not able to retrieve anybody. But yesterday, 3 bodies were retrieved at a community close to the Gojo. One at Badidok, and then the other one upstream down to about 40 kilometers from the eastern side in Wuchi, in Wurno local government.
Kafin Dangi noted that the agency had always engaged the communities, local canoe operators, divers, community leaders, youth leaders, as well as state officials on the safety on water. The female National Youth Service Corps NYC member, Jennifer Elobo, who was assaulted by local security agents in Anambra State, Cyrus Onu, has said that the perpetrators had threatened to rape and kill her for speaking out during the incident. In a televised interview today, Ono claimed that the Anambra security agents threatened to kill her colleagues for trying to defend her.
To speak to us and to speak to us, and they started beating her. And so she said, "Okay, please let me change it to something appropriate. Let me put on pants. Let me put on pants, trousers. What I'm putting on is not too nice. I don't even know where I'm going to." And they said, "Oh, that thing you are trying to cover, we will see today. We will molest you, we will beat you up, we will rape you, kill you, and dump you, and nobody could say anything."
Meanwhile, several reactions have trailed the incident, with the Nigeria Bar Association (NBA), through its president Afam Osigwe and National Secretary Mobolaji Ojibara, frowning at the action, calling it a direct violation of our dignity and fundamental human rights. Still in Anambra State, the Anambra State government has dismissed 8 operatives of the Agunechemba security outfit over the brutal assault and public stripping of a female corps member, Jennifer Elobo. The special advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on community security, Ken Emakayi, disclosed these at the agency's headquarters in Awka today. Emakayi said the government acted swiftly after receiving reports of the incident, adding that the operatives would be handed over to the police for prosecution. Emakaye also noted that the government had already settled the victims' medical bills, replaced their damaged valuables, including a laptop and phone, and tendered a public apology to her family, the National Youth Service Corps (NYC), and the general public. You're listening to News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, transmitting live from Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti. After the break, you stay with us.
Hello, good people of Ekiti State and its environment. For your private, political, family, or club meetings, and so on, of not more than 50 to 100 participants, we introduce to you Adamimogo Event Hall. Yes! Right at Olojudo's Palace, Adamimogo 107.7 FM's compound, Ido-Ekiti. Ample parking space, good security, clean environment. You also have the opportunity to book for a media publicity of your event on our fast-growing social media platforms. All these for a talking. Simply visit us at Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti, or call the following numbers for more inquiries: 0803-526-5812 or 0916-340-0878 or 0806-511-4430. You can also call 0806-380-8891. Adamimogo Event Hall. We are waiting for your patronage.
Glad to know you're still there. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel via Adamimogo 107.7 FM. For happenings around you or news inquiries, please call our newsroom on this number 0915-786-8095. Now to the rest of the bulletin. The Ekiti State Governor, Biodun Oyebanji, has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to sustained infrastructural development in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. The governor made this promise during the 2025 edition of the Judeoko Festival, where he addressed a large gathering at the palace of the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti, Oba Rufus Adeyemo Adejugbe. Governor Ibanji expressed appreciation to the monarch for his unwavering support and guidance towards the stability and progress of the state. He assured the people that infrastructural upgrades would not stop with the ongoing flyover project, but will extend to internal routes and other urban improvements across the city.
I want to assure sons and daughters of Ado-Ekiti that this government will continue to work for the people of Ekiti State and Ado-Ekiti in particular. The development in Ado-Ekiti will not stop, and I can assure you that as soon as we complete the flyover, all the roads in Ado-Ekiti will begin in this state. But we can't do it now because heavy trucks are still moving in respect of the construction of the flyover. Once we finish that, every nook and corner of Ado will witness a this state.
In his remarks, the Ewi of Ado-Ekiti, Oba Adejugbe, called on Nigerians to remain patient with the federal government's tough policy decisions, noting that although the economic challenges are biting, the reforms are aimed at delivering long-term prosperity and national stability.
Pray to all the noble citizens of our country, Nigeria, to enjoy the peace that they be all are in danger from time to time by the bold political and economic focus and initiatives of our president. On the same token, thereby call on the federal government to make necessary pressure targeting the summer and demands of the critical parts of the policy agenda moving forward. I want to put on record that the people are grateful to the president.
The Ujiroko Festival is one of the oldest cultural celebrations in Ekiti State that showcases a blend of traditional rites, music, dance, and vibrant cultural displays. The International Council for Ifa Religion, ICIR, has called on both the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Akim Owuade, and the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, to shield their swords over the ongoing seniority contest. The council, in a statement released today by its president, Fayemi Fakayode, in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, also pleaded for harmony, which it believed would fast-track development in the Yoruba Kingdom. Fakayode also appreciated the monarchs who have remained unwavering custodians of the Yoruba cultural traditions, while calling on sons and daughters of the land who have embraced foreign cultures to reconnect with their heritage. Meanwhile, Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has approved September 26 for the coronation of Oba Rashidi Ladoja as the 44th Olubadan. It was gathered that the state delegation met with Ladoja and other members of the Olubadan in council at his Bodija private residence today. A former President General of the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, CCII, Chief Bayo Oyero, will be chairing the coronation committee. Now to education. Agege local government has rewarded outstanding students, their schools, and the education district within the local government with a total of 5 million naira for exemptional performance in the 2025 West African Examination Council WAEC examinations. The announcement was made by the council chairman, Alhaji Aziz Tunde, alongside his vice chairman, Alhaji Abdul Ganiyu Vinod Obasa, who said the gesture was designed to celebrate brilliance, inspire healthy competition, and encourage more students to aim for academic distinction. The stars of the awards, 3 in total, were presented with 1 million naira each. To further recognize the institutions behind these achievements, the government granted the school that produced 2 of the awardees 1 million naira, while the other school that produced 1 awardee received 500,000 naira. Additionally, the Agege Education District was awarded 500,000 naira, bringing the total disbursement to 5 million naira. Now to our segment. In the business world, USA's oil exporting to Nigeria, other African countries decreased to 3.3 million. Let's join Ayomide Ogumodede for more details.
Good evening and welcome to Business Update. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has disclosed that the United States of America oil export to Nigeria and other African nations dropped for the 5th month to 3.3 million barrels per day. According to OPEC, Nigeria oil output, excluding concert date, rose by 11% year-on-year to 1.559 million barrels per day, representing the highest monthly production level in 2025. Seen on business, the federal government has lamented the $10 billion spent spent annually by the country on food exports, saying there's need for innovative financing solution to boost agriculture and strengthen food security. Speaking yesterday, Special Advisor to the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Mr. Ibrahim Alkai Yari, made this call in Lagos at the First Bank of Nigeria Limited 2025 Agri and Export Exportation. Kyari described the rising rate of food export and stressed the need for increased financing in agriculture. I disclosed that Nigeria has spent over $10 billion on annually export of food such as wheat, rice, sugar, and others. And that's all on business. I am Ayomide Ogumodede.
Thank you, Ayomide. Now to the foreign scene. U.S. NATO planners to craft Ukraine security guarantee options. Adetinuyo Adebayo is our guide.
Good evening and welcome to Foreign News. United States and European military planners have begun exploring post-conflict security guarantees for Ukraine, following President Donald Trump's pledge to help protect the country under any duty to end Russia's war. Ukraine and its European allies have been supported by Trump's promise during a summit on Monday of security guarantees for Kyiv, but many questions remain unanswered. Both states that the Pentagon is carrying out planning exercise on the support Washington could offer beyond providing weapons, but they caution that it will take time for US and European planners to determine what will be both militarily visible and acceptable to the Kremlin. Still on foreign, beaches are being closed at some locations beyond the US East Coast as Hurricane Erin threatens rip current from Florida to New England. While the storm is not expected to make landfall, forecasters have warned of possible life-threatening flooding in North Carolina as Erin swells northward in the Atlantic Ocean. It swamped houses and roads in Puerto Rico. The U.S. National Hurricane Center (NHC) said Erin weakened to a Category 2 storm yesterday, but is still packing maximum sustained winds of 105 millimeters per hour. That is 168 kilometers per hour. That's it on Foreign News. My name is Adetinuyo Adebayo.
Many thanks, Adetinuyo. In the world of showbiz, singer Naira Marley denies involvement in Mohbad's death, addresses allegations in new video. Victoria Banwo has the story.
Good evening and welcome to Entertainment News. Musician Aziz Fashola, popularly known as Naira Marley, has denied any involvement in the death of his former signee, Mohbad, who passed away in September 2023 at age 27. In a video shared on YouTube, Naira Marley detailed events surrounding Mohbad's time at Marlian Music, including his health struggles, alleged drug use, and decision to leave the label, while maintaining that he was abroad at the time of the singer's death. He also dismissed allegations of bullying, insisting he made efforts to support Mohbad before their fallout. Still on Entertainment News, media personality Ola Dotun Ojugakpe, popularly known as Dotun, has criticized individuals who have relocated abroad, but still offers advice to others on why they shouldn't make the same move. According to Dotun, unless these individuals have returned to Nigeria and are currently living there, they shouldn't discourage others from pursuing the same path they took. He argued that people who have benefited from leaving Nigeria should not lecture others on the difficulties of living abroad and when they themselves have not returned to face those challenges. And that's all on Entertainment News. I am Victoria Banwu.
In the world of sports, Liverpool striker beats Cole Palmer, Declan Rice and Premier Stars to PFA Award, sets new Premier League record. Let's join Mayowa Olashihi for the details.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Updates. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah has been crowned the Professional Footballers Association Men's Player of the Year for 2025, therefore becoming the first player to win the award 3 times. Aston Villa midfielder Morgan Rogers was named Young Player of the Year as well, while former England boss Gareth Southgate received the PFA Merit Award for his contributions to football and achievements with the national team. The Liverpool forward played a pivotal role in Liverpool's Premier League title triumph last season, finishing as the league's top scorer with 29 goals and 18 assists. Moving to other world of football, ex-Super Eagles striker and former AFCON champion Brown Ideye has announced his retirement from professional football, confirming the decision on his official X handle yesterday. He wrote that after much thought and consideration with mixed emotion, he has chosen to retire from professional football. He went on to thank God for the talent and the long career he has enjoyed. He also thanked his family, friends for the unwavering support during the course of his career. The former West Brom striker played in England, Greece, China, Ukraine and Spain during his illustrious career. And that's all on sports news for today. My name is Mayowa Olashuyi.
And with those sports stories, we end this edition of News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Olojudo's Palace, Ido Ekiti. Just before we go, the highlight again.